Spoiler warning. This video will contain spoilers from Super Mario Odyssey, such as gameplay footage, characters and different game mechanics, and other general spoiler content. So be sure to click off the video now if you don't want any of Mario Odyssey spoiled for you. So, Super Mario Odyssey came out very recently, and I've been playing it any chance I get really. And I've been finding it very interesting and very amazing so far. So I thought I'd make a video talking about, is Mario Odyssey the Mario game I wanted to see? At the end of the video, I will also be giving my review score out of 10 for Odyssey, so stick around for that. Also, be sure to let me know in the comments if you managed to pick up Odyssey, and how much you've been enjoying it. Anyway, let's get into this video. So, within my first half hour to an hour of playing Odyssey, something I started to notice more and more was how much exploration that we got. Now, what I mean is, in each kingdom, you need a certain amount of moons to power the Odyssey to the next kingdom. But there is actually more moons in each kingdom that you need. And by having all the moons in each kingdom, it makes you explore the kingdoms in depth. Now, no, I have not been collecting every single moon from each kingdom I have visited yet, but I have not left the kingdoms the second I have enough moons to leave, as I love it in games, especially Mario and Zelda, when we get exploration like this. And what I mean by this is, we don't need to follow a set path. Now this somewhat reminds me of Sunshine a little, which, if you didn't know already, is my favourite Mario game. As in Sunshine, you needed a certain amount of shines to unlock the next area, which is very similar to Odyssey, and how you need a certain amount of moons to progress to the next kingdom. However, there are still more moons, or shines, in each level or kingdom. So that alone I was really happy about, and that was something I did want to see in Odyssey, and did see, so that was very well done for me. Now, the next thing I was hoping to be done really well was the controls. Now, first of all, there is two main ways to play Odyssey. One is using the Joy-Cons in each hand, or two, using the Joy-Con grip or a Pro Controller. Now, I started the game using the grip, then I switched over to using the Joy-Cons in each hand, and personally, I like using each Joy-Con in each hand more than the grip. But that is really just my personal opinion. However, I feel like you get a lot more out of the controls that way, as it is a bit more than just a simple shake to throw Cappy. There is multiple different combinations of how to move the Joy-Cons depending on what you want to do with Cappy, and I thought that was really cool. The other thing about this is that it reminded me a lot of Super Mario Galaxy's controls, which I absolutely loved. And Mario Galaxy, believe it or not, is actually my second favourite Mario game, very closely behind Sunshine. So, in my opinion, the controls were very well done in Odyssey. And I guess you could say this depends on your playing preference, but for me, they were really well done. I'm so glad we get this sort of motion controls for Odyssey, as the Joy-Cons are very, very advanced for motion controls. So, I am happy that Nintendo made good use out of them. Now, the kingdoms. Well, at first, I didn't really know what to call them, as I managed to stay away from most Odyssey spoilers. But I had the general thought of worlds or something like that, as from the trailers, we knew you'd be travelling a lot in the game. So, from the kingdoms that I've visited so far, I really like the design of each kingdom. And when I was talking about how much exploration there was, this kind of links to that. As the way the kingdoms are designed in the game is that there's not really a certain path for you to follow for the majority of the kingdom, and you just need to more look around and find all the moons across the whole kingdom. And if you think about it like this, it is kind of like Mario Galaxy. So in Mario Galaxy, you would visit a galaxy and go get a star, then a new star would appear for that galaxy, and you would go in whenever a new star is in the galaxy. Well, in Odyssey, all of those stars are already there, well, moons in Odyssey's case, and you just go around and look for them all in one go if you really want to. I'd say that's a good way to compare it. So the way each kingdom that I have visited so far has been really well designed, and I've absolutely loved them all so far, and I can't wait to further explore the game. So, moving on to the puzzles and Cappy abilities in Super Mario Odyssey. Well, first of all, they are all very, very creative, and I love them all so much. Cappy gives you all sorts of cool abilities, and my favourite so far, other than possessing stuff obviously, I love the cap jump grab thing. You know that move where you jump up, throw Cappy forward, and then dive into Cappy? Yeah, that one. I would say the jumping on Cappy thing, but I still can't do that. Yeah. Anyway, as for the puzzles, some of my favourites so far is the one where you have that mechanic from A Link Between Worlds, and that is that all the 2D sections have been sort of implemented into Mario Odyssey. As I said, it's a similar feature to A Link Between Worlds, which I have not played yet, but I know the mechanic, and in Mario Odyssey it is so cool going into the 2D sections. And one thing to note is, although most of them have at least one sort of main moon within them, they all have another moon somewhere else within them, at least most of them that I've been in anyway. So I find it amazing that within such a small segment of the kingdom or game, you can just find more than one moon in that one small segment. The other puzzle is the vibration rooms, where you have to find a spot in the room where the Joy-Cons vibrate the most, and then ground pound that spot for a moon. So yeah, Cappy and the new puzzles are pretty cool and very creative. Whoa. Now, this next part is something I feel like I just need to talk about, and that is how cool New Donk City is. Now yeah, this part is not something I had listed as something I want, as I did not want a totally awesome jam-packed city in my wants list for Odyssey, but that's what we got. I absolutely love New Donk City. It is filled with all sorts of cool stuff to explore. Now, New Donk City has some really cool stuff all over the city. One, all the buildings you can enter and do something within, whether it be a puzzle or another part of the city that you've just discovered. Two, all the cool and interesting ways to climb up the buildings and further explore the city from a height. And three, all the really cool moons hidden across the city, because some of them are really well hidden. So yeah, I thought I'd mention that, as New Donk City is really cool in my opinion, and a great addition to Super Mario Odyssey. So basically, I'd say Odyssey is the Mario game I really wanted to see, as it has so many of the things I really wanted to see done by Nintendo for the next Mario game. And I am honestly just loving Odyssey so much right now. Also, if you managed to pick the game up, I hope you are loving it as well. I really hope you all enjoyed the video, and be sure to leave a comment of what your thoughts on Mario Odyssey are so far. If you'd like to chat to myself and many other Nintendo fans, as well as a bunch of other stuff such as sharing videos, pictures, and art along with friend codes and much more, be sure to join my Discord server through the link in the description. Also be sure to follow my Instagram and Twitter for daily updates and posts. Well, until the next time, I've been Hyrule Gamer.